I've got some basic knee wrap techniques just to go over. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it, a lot of different ways to wrap. But some of the techniques is one, don't have your knee bent when you're wrapping. Make sure your knee is locked out. That way you're making it as tight as possible while it's locked out. Because if you wrap it when your knee's bent, one, it's going to be hard to wrap behind there. And two, once you go stand up and at the top of your squat, it's going to be loose. So you want to wrap as tight as possible when your knee is straight, so then when you're bending into it, it actually gets tighter and tighter. Okay? Two, it kind of helps to point your toes up. So you point your toes down when you're flexing your calves. There's going to be more muscle there. It's going to be harder to wrap around it. So having a knee lock, toes up, it's going to have coverage for your knee. That's the whole point, is trying to get as much of the knee wrap over the actual knee, because that's the joint we're trying to cover. So another tip would be make sure you're rolling your wrap, because if you're not rolling your wrap and you're leaving it all loose, you see it's kind of difficult. You have to throw the extra over each time and then put that wrap down and then come around again and throw the extra over. So it just gets annoying having all extra. So if you just pre-roll it, it'll make it easier, so you can just hold the roll in your hand. And also when you pre-roll it, you can pull some tension into it. So I can pull this tight and I can get some tension into it so that I don't have to do that work later when I'm actually wrapping. So I roll it tight beforehand. Another thing is where to start. You can start with your first wrap if you're doing from the bottom up, right where the bottom of your kneecap is. So you don't have to be way down here over the shin or over the calf. Right where the bottom of your kneecap is, that's where you do your first one. If you're going to do it from the top down, do it right from the top of your kneecap. So you don't need to be way up on the quad. So we're not trying to wrap the calves, we're not trying to wrap the quads, we're trying to get as much over the knee joint. So either starting where the top of the knee wrap touches the bottom of your kneecap, or where the bottom of the knee wrap touches the top of your kneecap, depending on if you're going to do bottom up or top down. Doesn't really matter, it just depends on what you like or what your person wrapping you likes. Also, it can help to wrap out. So on your right leg, you're wrapping out. On your left leg, you're wrapping out. The whole point being that the torque on the knee and on the leg is going to push your leg and knees out, just like you want to in a squat. If you're wrapping in, then maybe you'll be wrapping the leg in and have more of a tendency for the knee to come in. So you want to wrap out. So if you're going to do it from the bottom up, you do your first one right below the kneecap. And what you're going to do is when you're in this position, you're going to pull up to get it tight and then lay it down. And then you're going to come back around and you're going to pull it up, get it tight, and then lay it down. So you don't want to pull the knee wrap hard across the knee, because that might put some kind of torque on the knee that might hurt it or strain it, or pull it out of its position. So it's easier to pull the knee wrap straight up and get it tight and then lay it across the knee. So you're going to pull it straight up and then lay it across the knee. Straight up and then lay it across the knee. And then when you have whatever extra, then you can wrap that in underneath, hold it in place. Wrap that there, pull it tight. So as you can see, you can use these lines as a guide and pretty much lay the wrap halfway over that one, laying this wrap halfway over that one, laying this wrap halfway over that one. Same with this one, and then tucking again. So that way, when you're going down to your squat, you see the knee wrap gets all the coverage. You're not seeing any skin show up. So if you don't do half and you just cover very little bit of it and you go up really high, then your knee's going to show up. So you might start like here. And if you went too high, then your knee's going to come out. You're not getting that kind of coverage. So you want to use those lines and those colors as a guideline. So you're getting maybe half or a little bit more coverage on each wrap, on each revolution, so that nothing's coming up, just like that in the bottom. And then when you want to take it out, you just pull on this right here. And then it just unravels. Alright, so make sure each time on each knee it's locked out, toes pointed up, wrapping out. You're pre-rolling your wrap, especially if you get the tension out first and then roll it. And then making sure each time you're pulling straight up and then laying it down. Pulling straight up, laying it down instead of yanking it across your knee joint and causing some kind of strain in the joint. All right, hope that helps.